MMA Fight Corner.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
Welcome back to the MMA Fight Corner with Billy Mira, Phil Devine, Joey Varner, and Heidi Fang. Man, we had some good stuff before the break, and we're going to continue that right now. We have on the line, I told you, we have an interview with Invicta 4's Beck Hyatt, fighting this Saturday in the main event against Carla Esparza.
MMA Underground today for your story. I'm sure you've seen it. And for our listeners out there who don't know what that is, please explain to them why you don't want to get knocked out.
I don't want to pee my pants.
And leave it to Phil to bring this up. This is a guy who's woken up many nights peeing his pants.
That's okay because no one sees it. It's not in front of a huge crowd and pay-per-view. But I don't want to wake up pee in my pants. It's a little bit embarrassing.
Okay, not to get too personal, but have you ever had a wild night on the town and woke up the next morning with wet drawers?
Hell no.
She's a lady, Joe. Come on.
I love her accent, too. I'm not going to lie. It's awesome.
I got to admit.
Everyone loves the Australian accent here. Everyone looks at me funny, but then like, oh, cool, you're from Australia.
Do Australians, like in Australia, do they love American accents?
Yeah. That's the first thing I commented on when I got here, that I love the American accent.
And tell him, Beck, especially the New York American accent. No.
You got crickets.
You dissed me live on the air, baby.
Cricket.
Well, Beck, we just recently finished up Tough Smashes in Australia, and we've seen, the excitement and the hunger that those fighters had reminded a lot of us of the first season of The Ultimate Fighter here in America. Not only the shows that they're putting on, but the gyms that are popping up. How big is it getting?
It's not big yet. It's still really small, and it's getting there. But like when a big organization like that pops up and the opportunity like that arises, they come hungry, and I think it's because we don't get these opportunities very often. So Australian fighters definitely come to please and come hungry.
What was just to touch back on the Tough Smashes again? What was the media like in Australia surrounding the show? I mean, was the show everywhere? Was there press all about it? Was it like the talk of the town, or did it kind of fly under the radar?
It flew under the radar a bit, actually. It wasn't as big as I thought it would be, especially the finale wasn't advertised the way we thought it would be.
That sucks.
Yeah, it really does. Really does. But you, tomorrow night, you got a title shot, very excited for the fight. And this is also not only, are you getting the first shot at the strawweight title, but this is the first time Invicta's actually, you're going to have to pay to watch it.
Right.
Oh, why they went to pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. They went to pay-per-view.
It's the first time they've had the pay-per-view, but I think it's about time they're doing the right thing, and it's not like it's really expensive. It's only like $7, so I think it's like less than $1 a fight, so I think it's worth it.
Now, who do you train with down in Australia?
Impact MMA in Capalaba in Brisbane.
Who are some of the people on the team?
I train with Pat Pomrenka, who's actually fighting Grant Blackler soon for the title. He was on Tough Smashers.
Okay.
And I train with Jacob Mahoney. We call him J Money. He's a little, he's a little beast, and he beats me up all the time. And Jay Cobain, he's a 77-kilo fighter. What's that in pounds? 170 fighter, and he's a beast as well. So we got some good fighters coming out of our gym in Australia, but
You can't ever ask us a math question. What's that in pounds? Everyone just had the dumbest blank look on their face. Like, we got crickets again. Like, I could hear the Jeopardy music playing in the background, and it would have went on for an hour if you didn't keep talking.
Sorry.
No, that's awesome though. But do you feel like it gives you an advantage? Because you see a lot of in the States. There's a lot more MMA gyms now, and a lot more women actually. And so over there in Australia, you're training. It sounds like with mainly guys. Is that something that gives you an advantage coming into your fights?
I think so. I think because I train with the bigger guys, they're always got weight on me and they've got strength, and they're always more athletic as well. So it definitely gets me ready. And when I get in the cage with a girl my size, it's you just throw them around. It's like, is that all you got? Like, I'm used to getting pounded on by, what's a pound? I'm going to confuse you. Kilos again. The guys I train with are 155ers, so they've got a bit of weight on me.
What are your strengths? What are you bringing into this cage that Carla has to be, look out for?
I think she's got to look out for my striking. I've got fast hands, and I think I'm hungry. I'm hungrier than her. I've got a chip on my shoulder, and everyone reckons I'm going to lose. So when I've got something to prove, it's a dangerous thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and you look at your record. Obviously Carla's more experienced. She's been around longer, but you've only been fighting professionally for a little over a year. You lost your first fight, head kick KO, which I can understand not wanting to pee yourself.
Keep my cool and fight smart. Don't just go in there trying to knock their head off. And we worked on a lot of things since that fight, and just keep improving and working on all my flaws and stuff. So we always looking at what I'm doing wrong and trying to improve that way. So I think that's helped a lot.
And like I said, you've only been fighting pro for over a year. What got you into the sport?
I recently got into the sport just to lose weight. I used to be quite overweight, and that's where I met my husband, and he had an MMA gym we used to live in Tasmania, which is like a small little island off of Australia. So we had a little gym going on down there, and I got into it and pretty much just fell in love from there.
This is a random left field question, but are there a bunch of Tasmanian devils on Tasmania?
Yeah, that's where they're from, but they're all in captivity now because they're too vicious and have diseases and stuff. So we stay away from them.
And they don't spin.
Do they really look like the? I've never seen one in real life.
They're not brown, that's for sure. They're black and white. They're vicious looking.
It's funny. She says she's only professional now for a year.
Yeah.
A year now. And how is it watching the evolution of women's MMA here in the States? It's got to be pretty exciting being new to it.
It's been amazing. I never thought we'd see women in the UFC. That's for one, and that's happened. And Invicta is like the best thing that's happened to women's MMA, and I'm just excited to fight on their show and be the first Aussie to fight there as well.
So cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I wish you the best of luck. I'm very much looking forward to this card. I loved Invicta 1, 2, and 3. 4, I do not mind spending any money to watch these fights. Every single one of them's been amazing, and tomorrow will be no different.
Remember, everybody, it's $7.95 to watch. Starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So check it out on InvictaFC.com. Saturday, January 5th. Don't miss it. So, Beck, we wish you all the best tomorrow night.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much for joining us.